Hello everyone, and welcome back to Group 3 Class 63A channel. And today we are going to talk about the Chapter 2, Part 2 phrases again. And in today's session, we talk about three parts. Session 2.4 is adverb. It's about adverb phrases, and it will be presented by me, Tuấn. And Session 2.5 is about adjective phrases. Will be presented by Uyên and Hạnh. And the last session is 2.6, and it concerns prepositional phrases, and it will be presented by Uyên and Hạnh. The first part, let's move on. The first part is about adverb phrases. So it's quite hard for me to find the definition of adverb phrases, because you can take a look at some example, some sentences that I list below. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So the word in green and the word in purple, are they adverb phrases? They talk about time at 6 o'clock or in the morning. You talk about time, but they are not adverb phrases. In the second sentence, I met my friends at the park in front of my house. It also talk about place. It's talk about place, but it's not adverb phrases also. And so on. We can see she sings with a big passion for the song. The word, the phrase in purple is not adverb phrases. And I love you because you are rich, and it's not, again, adverb phrases. So what are adverb phrases? And I come to the conclusion that adverb phrases is simply a bigger adverb with one adverb or more. And all these phrases, they are not adverb, they are prepositional phrases. So let's move on. The functions of adverb phrases. We can see the example here. He is extremely rich. The word in purple is adverb phrases, and it consists of just one word, extremely, and its functions is to modify the adjective here, rich, and we call it. We can see at the picture here is will supported. It will support or it will modify adjective. The next function is it can modify adverbs also. You can see the example. He runs very fast. The word in white, fast, is an adverb phrases, and very is post modifier, and it is and we call very fast is a adverb phrases with the head is fast, and very is the post head or post. No, not post, pre-modifier. Very is pre-modifier. And the third and the last functions of adverb is a adjunct. It means it will modify a sentence, a structure of subject and a verb. She sings, and how she sings beautifully. So it can support or it can modify a sentence. So we can see there are three main functions of adverb phrases. Like you can see, it can support a sentence, it can support adjective, or it can support an adverb itself. Okay, so let's move to the next part about adjective phrases. Welcome, Mi-Anh.
Adjective phrase is a group of words that include an adjective phrase is a group of words that include an adjective which modifies a noun or pronoun in a sentence, and the head of adjective phrase is always adjective, and the modifier and post modifier may also contain adverb phrase. Example, Army is answered. Army is very answered. Army is very answered about the extent. The pre-modified is very, and the post-modified about the extent. With some attached post-modifier is usually required. Army is a child of children. He was fully aware of the consequence. A post-modified is aware how away with aware away with of and in expressions of measurement and age. A noun phrase may function as a pre-modifier in an adjective phrase. Example, 70 years old, a man long, 10 meters wide.
Okay, Quyên.
I'm Uyển. And today I want to talk about the functions of the adjective phrase. There are four functions of the adjective phrase. The first one is the subject complement. The second one is the post modifier of the pronoun, and after that is object complement, and the last one is pre-modifier of a noun. And the first, I want to talk about the first function, the subject complement. The next slide, please. The first function is the subject complement. I have for example, my school is quite famous. My school here is a subject, and quite famous is a adjective phrase. Is play the role of a subject complement in this sentence. And the second function of the adjective phrase is pre-modifier of a noun. For example, my teacher has an extremely beautiful daughter. The daughter here is a noun, and extremely beautiful is an adjective phrase. Extremely beautiful is play the role of a pre-modifier of a noun, of the noun daughter here. Next slide, please. The third function of the adjective phrase is post modifier of a pronoun beginning with any, no, and some. For example, I have never seen anything so horrible before. The word anything here is pronoun, and so horrible is an adjective phrase. It plays the role of a post modifier of the pronoun anything. And the last function of the adjective phrase is object complement. For example, I have the sentence, my sister painted the picture green. The picture here is an object, and green here is play a role of the object complement. That's my presentation.
Okay, so now we come to the prepositional phrases will be presented by Huyên.
I will present the structure of prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is a group of words that's considered a prepositional, which indicates relationship between other words in the sentence. And the next is the object of the preposition, which is a person or thing that receives the action in the sentence. And the last is any modifier, include a word, phrase or clause that describe another word in the sentence. You can see the example on the screen. A preposition no phrase includes a preposition from, a modifier the breast, and the object of preposition is length. Next slide, please. And the has a prepositional cannot occur alone. It must be followed by another constituent, which is called a preposition complement. And a prepositional complement can be adverb phrase. For example, after several minutes, and it also can be noun phrase, like for the door, over the trees near the lake. And this can be also in clause. For example, Han can live without watching handsome boys. And when you use prepositional phrase, you have to uh, concentrate on some note. The first one is a noun phrase can function as primordial in a prepositional phrase. For example, I met her 2 years after the war. A noun phrase is 2 years. Can function as premodifier in a phrase prepositional phrase. 2 years after the war. And some prepositional phrase might look like noun phrase. So to distinguish, you must you have to concentrate on it must be replaced by the adverb then or there. For example, I met her 2 years after the war can be rewritten in I met her then. And that's in my presentation. The next part is presented by Miss Han.
Miss Han, please.
I will tell you about the functions of prepositional phrase. When a preposition links its complement to another element of a clause or group, the whole preposition phrase itself becomes a functional element of the clause or group. And the first main syntactic functions of prepositional phrase are as adjuncts in clause. And the first, and circumstantial adjuncts, prepositional phrase typically occur in either final or initial position. Yes, for example, behind us, we saw a handsome boy, and behind us is a prepositional phrase. And the second example, they is in silence for a few moments. And the next, stand adjuncts. And preposition express a comment on or an attitude to the form or content of a whole clause. And I have an example in an alternative. I don't believe a word he said. And the third, connective adjuncts. Preposition phrase can be used to link clause or groups and words within clause. For example, are you feeling poor? On the contrary, I'm enjoying it on. And the prepositional phrase on the contrary connect to sentence. The next slide, please. And the second main syntactic functions of prepositional phrase are modifiers and complement in groups. In adjective group, for example, he's good at English. And the prepositional phrase at English play a role as complement in the sentence. And the second in nominal group. And I have an example. There's a light in the window, and the phrase in the window is port modifier of a noun in this sentence. And the third, in adverb group. For example, they don't live far from here. And the phrase far from here is a complement of noun of adverb in this sentence. That's all my presentation.
Okay, thank you for listening for group 3 presentation about the chapter 2, part 2 of phrases. And see you on next videos. Goodbye.